Hey Dad, I am so excited to be working on this with you. This is so sweet. I'm just so excited. I love this. And thanks for choosing this song. This has been like really awesome to revisit it and like re-remember it and just realize how many of the lyrics I have memorized, even though it's probably been 10 years more since I've heard it. Yeah, this is in deep, Dad. So thanks for giving me a chance to kind of come back to it. So for Ripple, let's start with the right hand. We're gonna pretty much ignore the left hand for this first video. And again, I'm gonna sort of like go over like super basic stuff. So please, I just don't know what your comfort level is. So I'm just gonna kind of go over everything. So first thing you're gonna need a pick for this one. Probably a medium thickness one. If you've got one that's like 0.7 millimeters, is probably gonna be about right. But whatever you've got, honestly, like a little rock will do. So as far as the pick goes, so you put it on your thumb like a flag, so it's coming straight out. See how the point is coming straight out to the right here? And then you put the side of your pointer finger against it. The rest of your fingers are just tucked in a little fist kind of up in there. So the idea is that it's not facing up like this, and you're not like using your pointer finger like this, because that's going to actually end up making your wrist do some weird stuff. You want it to be on the side of your pointer finger. So there you go. You got your pick set up there. Hard to show you on the camera. Cool. So now let's practice a couple strums. So with the left hand, just mute your strings by placing your fingers gently over all the strings, not pressing all the way down, just enough so that you get this kind of crunch sound. You don't want to hear specific notes or anything, just the crunch sound. So just practice strumming it a couple times all the way down. Make sure that you feel like you've got a good grip on it. A lot of the motion is really coming from my elbow. It's less about the wrist so much, so you want to be moving more from the elbow. A little twist in the wrist is fine as you're going. That's totally natural, whatever feels good to you. Make sure you're getting all the strings kind of all at the same time. Pretty much. You don't want to be catching on one string and then kind of missing others. Make sure you got a nice strum going down. Try a couple up this time. So starting from your bottom string, your first string, the one closest to the ground, gonna move up, strum there. Now practice going back and forth, just so that it feels really nice. Cool. There's kind of two options for strumming patterns for this one. First is just this. Down, down, up, and then that repeats. Down, down, up, down, down, up, down, down, up, down, down, up. So just feeling that down, down, up pattern. Notice that it's got this sort of triplet feel in there. Triplet, 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 one and a two and a one and a two and a. So that the up is really quick. You got to get right back to the down after you're up. Down, up, down, down, up, down, down, up, down. And just do this along with the song. Like, listen through a couple different versions of the song, you know, the live versions and everything, and just play along, strum along to the beat here so that this right hand can pretty much just do it without even thinking about it. You could have a conversation with Regan while you keep this going, because you really want that right hand on autopilot, because later we're going to want to focus on that left hand. Oops, I already messed up. Down, up, down, down, up, down. If my words did glow with the gold of sunshine, and my tunes were played on the harp unstrung. Get the idea? That's option one. Sometimes I can get a little bit mixed up about when I'm supposed to do the up. So here's another option. The very first step is going to pick one of the thickest two strings. Your choice, dealer's choice. And then you have your down up. So it's going to be pick, which I'll also call bass, because that's going to be your lowest note as opposed to all the higher notes. So you get your bass note, and then you have your down up. So that'll be bass, down, up, bass, down, up, bass, down, up, bass, down, up, bass, down. And that's just a very subtle difference. So when I'm picking, I'm sort of pulling away. I'm trying to like aim for one of those two thickest strings. Doesn't matter which one right now. And then you have your down, up. So bass, down, up, bass, down, up, bass, down, up, bass. Or a little slower. Bass, down, up, bass, down, up, bass, down, up, bass. If my words did glow, bass, bass, bass with the gold of sunshine. And my tunes were played on the harp unstrung. So if that one feels kind of weird, totally ignore it. Go with the down, down, up. It's whatever feels better to you. Sometimes I find myself doing a mixture when I'm playing. Okay, we'll talk about the left hand in the next video.